In this session, we are going to discuss about airways. It is one of the fastest mode of the transportation, and it has reduced down the boundaries that exist between the countries. It has reduced down the geographical distances, and it has helped to bring the world much closer. By merging the International Airport Authority of India and the National Airports Authority and making it as a one unit, that is the Airports Authority of India. The work of this unit was to speed up the integrated development, expansion and modernization of the airways, where the operational, terminal and cargo facilities in the country it was concerned, and it was done with a view to have the best of the international facilities. The international standards they were sought to maintain by merging these units together. Where the classification of the airports is concerned, we have in operation three kind of the airports: international airport, domestic airport and Pavan Hans Helicopters Limited. Now international airport, that is done with the agreement of the other foreign countries that they need to sign on the papers time and again, and Air India is the unit that manages all the international airport traffic. Then we have the domestic airport. Now the domestic airport, it was opened up by the government of India. The monopoly of the Indian government, it was ended, and many of the private airlines, they were then asked to operate. They then joined the operation work, like the Air Sahara, Jet Airways and the Deccan Air. Then we have the Pavan Hans Helicopters Limited. Now this particular, it provides the helicopter support to the petroleum sector, ONGC, Oil and Natural Gas Corporation of India, with regard to the research facilities that these helicopter services they carry on, or where the hilly terrain of the country in the northeastern portion of it is concerned, roads and railways, it is not made over there because of the terrain that is very difficult. So helicopter service, it is brought into use. Then at the time of the natural calamities, like in the time of the flood and at the time of the droughts, these services they are, or the earthquake, these services they are taken help for the general people, for the benefit of the general people. Children, in your book, table is given where the name of the airport and the location is mentioned. Just go through that table and learn it. Do the same thing where the railways and where the roadways they are concerned. Go through the table and try to learn the table. Let us go through the advantages of the air transport. We already know that it is the fastest mode of the transport, but it is expensive one. But over a longer distance, this is the much preferred type of the mode of transport. Then it is free of the geographical barriers like the mountains, rivers or oceans, because it is the flying machine. Then it has the greatest importance for the defense of the country, like the defense equipments. It can reach out in the faster manner to wherever the trouble it is being generated. Then it is more comfortable, it saves time, the reach of the airways is to the hilly sectors also, hilly regions of the country also. So people they have started to prefer more of the air travel, because even for the business community people, for defense people, at the time of the natural calamities, the airways they are of the great help. But there are certain disadvantages that are also associated with it. Let us go through it. The first of all disadvantages with regard to the expensive ticketing. Tickets, they are very expensive. So not whole of the citizens, they could afford it. Then there is a lot of the competition that exists within the country as the domestic operation, and also with the out of the country. With the foreign airlines and all. So there is the lot of the competition. Then at times the poor quality of the service that is given. Then the general strikes and the lockdown, they are also a big hazard for the air transportation. The aviation technology is changing out very fast, but our planes are outdated. The general strikes and the lockdown in the country, this sector is also affected. Then one of the disadvantages with regard to the carrying of heavy bulky goods. Now air transport, it cannot carry the heavy bulky goods. So this is also the problem there. Then with regard to our country, high ticketing is there. Then the fuel cost is very high. Service tax that is laid on it, that is also very high. Then the foreign exchange rate, it goes on fluctuating. And that also affects the aviation industry. Then there is the lot of traffic at the airports. Then there is always the problem of efficient management, qualified pilots. Then the climatic problem of fog, mist, stormy weather. So these are the general problems that are faced.